Shri Sai Ram. Class of compounds, for example, alcohols, aldehydes, ketones, carbolic acid, alkenes, alkynes, and its general molecular formula. Then how to write a molecular formula and structural formula we have studied in the previous class. Now, chemical properties of carbon compounds. What are the chemical properties of carbon compounds? In that, first one is combustion. How carbon and its compounds combusted? Is a complete combustion or incomplete combustion? In combustion, there are two types: complete combustion and incomplete combustion. What is the difference between these two? For example, look at the reaction. Carbon reacts with oxygen. It means carbon burns in oxygen. It gives carbon dioxide, heat and light. Yes, tell me. Now it is a complete combustion or incomplete combustion. How we bifurcate this is a complete or incomplete? I will tell you later. Another look at the example, another reaction, CH4. Just tell me, what is CH4? CH4 means it is methane. Methane burns in oxygen and it produces, the different products are carbon dioxide, water, heat and light. It produces carbon dioxide, water, heat and light. Another reaction, CH3CH2OH. It means it is OH. The functional group is OH. So it is alcohol. Then how many carbons? 2 carbons. So it is a alcohol, ends with the suffix OL. So it is a ethanol. So ethanol burns in oxygen and it produces carbon dioxide, water, heat and light. This is example for complete combustion. Why? What is the reason? Because in a complete combustion, the products are carbon dioxide, heat, light and water. If it is a incomplete combustion, the carbon monoxide and some of the carbon particles are produced in the product. That is the difference between complete and incomplete. In these all reactions, the products forms only carbon dioxide, heat, light and water. So it is a complete. If it is an incomplete combustion, what is the changes in the product part? The carbon monoxide and some of the carbon particles are formed. If carbon monoxide and carbon particles are formed in the product part, if a combustion of carbon and its compounds, the carbon monoxide is formed means it is a incomplete combustion. In carbon and its compounds, there are two types of carbon and its compounds. One is saturated, another one is unsaturated. Saturated hydrocarbons will generally give a clean flame. They give clean flame. When we combust that saturated hydrocarbons, they give clean flame. It means it is a good fuel. It is a good fuel because it does not produce any carbon monoxide. In complete combustion means the sufficient oxygen is supplied to that combustion, then it is a complete combustion. So sufficient oxygen is required. If insufficient oxygen is supplied to that combustion, then there is a incomplete combustion will take place. So complete combustion and incomplete combustion. In complete combustion, the carbon dioxide, water and heat, light, they are formed. In incomplete combustion, carbon monoxide, carbon particle and carbon dioxide, heat and light, it is also formed. So sufficient oxygen is required for the complete combustion. So saturated hydrocarbon will generally means if sufficient oxygen is supplied, then it gives clean flame. Then unsaturated hydrocarbons will give a yellow flame. They give yellow flame. If sufficient oxygen is supplied, then also it forms yellow flame with lots of black smoke. It produces black smoke. This is about combustion. Next chemical property of carbon and its compound is oxidation. Look at the chemical reaction. CH3CH2OH. OH means it is an alcohol. C2, so it is eth, and ends with the suffix alcohol, so OL. So it is a ethanol. Now this is ethanol. Then ethanol when reacts with potassium paramanganate, it reacts with potassium paramanganate. KMNO4 means potassium paramanganate. We add potassium paramanganate to this ethanol and heat together, it produces CH3COOH. COOH is a functional group. It means it is a carboxylic acid. So it is ethanoic. C1, C2. So it is ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid. It forms ethanoic acid. So look at the chemical reaction. Now oxidation will take place. How? Ethanol, if we add potassium paramanganate to ethanol, then we heating together, it forms ethanoic acid. This is example for oxidation. Why it is called oxidation? In the first chapter we have learnt, what do you mean by oxidation? The substance which gains oxygen. In a chemical reaction, a substance which it gains oxygen means it is a oxidation. Look at the reaction CH3CH2OH, only one O. When it reacts with potassium paramanganate, it becomes CH3COOH. So one atom of oxygen, it gains. Which one gains? Ethanol gains oxygen. So it is an oxidation. Now tell me, which one is oxidized? Which substance is oxidized in this chemical reaction? It is not ethanoic acid, because ethanol which gains oxygen and becomes ethanoic acid. Be careful. Ethanol which gains one oxygen and it becomes ethanoic acid. So which substance gains oxygen? This ethanol gains oxygen, so ethanol oxidized. So ethanol is oxidized, and this reaction is called oxidation reaction. This reaction is called oxidation reaction. Another thing, this potassium paramanganate is called oxidizing agent. Very important. This is a new concept now. Oxidizing agent. Which one is called? Potassium paramanganate is called oxidizing agent. What do you mean by oxidizing agent? Why this ethanol gains oxygen and becomes ethanoic acid? Because of this potassium paramanganate. This potassium paramanganate which is capable to add oxygen to this ethanol. It means potassium paramanganate which adds one oxygen to this ethanol and it becomes ethanoic acid. So potassium paramanganate is called oxidizing agent. Now tell me, what is oxidizing agent? Oxidizing agent means substance are capable of adding oxygen. The capable of adding oxygen to other substance means it is a oxidizing agent. So potassium paramanganate is oxidizing agent. So what is oxidization? Oxidation or oxidization, both are same. Oxidation means the substance in a chemical reaction, a substance which gains oxygen means that reaction is called oxidation. What do you mean by oxidizing agent? Oxidizing agent means the substance which capable of adding oxygen to other substance means that agent is called oxidizing agent. This is suppose oxidation and oxidizing agent. Next chemical property of carbon and its compound is addition reaction. C2H4. It is also a hydrocarbon. Yes, just name the hydrocarbon. C2H4 is a alkane, alkene or alkyne. It is a alkene because CnH2n, which general formula is suitable for this? C2H4, carbon 2, double this, we get hydrogen. So C2H4, CnH2n. So it is a alkene. Yes, alkene, ene, 2 carbons. So it is eth. So it is a ethene. So C2H4 means ethene. Just tell me, ethene is a saturated or unsaturated hydrocarbon? Ethene. So alkene, alkynes are unsaturated. So they are unsaturated hydrocarbon. Now tell me, is it possible to convert this ethene to or alkene to alkane, can we convert this ethene or unsaturated hydrocarbon into alkane? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. How? By add two hydrogens. Add two hydrogen. Add two hydrogen to this ethene, we get carbon only 2 because we are adding only two hydrogens. So what we get? H4. If we add two hydrogen, then it becomes 4 plus 2, then C2H6. Just look at this. C2H4 is given. It is ethene, it is a alkene, and alkene and alkyne are unsaturated. So this ethene is unsaturated. Now what we are trying? Add two hydrogen to this C2H4, this ethene, this unsaturated hydrocarbon. What we get? If we add two hydrogen, then we get H4 plus 2 means H6. C2H6. What is this? C2H6. It is also eth. Now, is a alkene? No, it becomes now alkane. Why alkane? CnH2n plus 2. CnH2n plus 2. So double the carbon atom, then add 2. So C2H6. We double the carbon atom, we get 4. 4 plus 2, 6. So C2H6 is a alkane, or we can write it is a ethane. It is a ethane. Is it ethane? C2, carbon 1, meth, 2 means eth. So it is a ethane. Now it is converted into, ethane means it's a alkane, so it converted into saturated. Now it is converted to saturated. So ethene is converted to ethane, or unsaturated hydrocarbon is converted into saturated. How? By adding two hydrogen. So this reaction is called addition reaction. Is it possible to add two hydrogen easily to ethene and now it is converted into ethane? It is possible? No, it is not possible. It is possible, but it requires one catalyst. It requires one catalyst. For example, that catalyst is nickel or palladium. We cannot add easily two hydrogen to this unsaturated with the help of catalyst, nickel or palladium. What do you mean by catalyst? Catalysts are substances that causes a reaction to occur or proceed at a different rate without the reaction itself being affected. It means increase the speed of the reaction. It is easy to combine this ethene and hydrogen. It is easy to add two hydrogen to this ethene, that catalyst which helps to add two hydrogen to this ethene, that is catalyst. Which catalyst is used? Nickel or palladium as a catalyst is used. Now this reaction is called addition reaction. Now tell me, what do you mean by addition reaction? Addition reaction means conversion of unsaturated hydrocarbon into saturated by adding hydrogen. What do you mean by addition reaction? Conversion of unsaturated hydrocarbon into saturated hydrocarbon by adding two hydrogen is called addition reaction. Very simple. There is a conversion of unsaturated into saturated. Conversion of unsaturated into saturated hydrocarbon by adding, because it is addition, by adding two hydrogen. It's not two always. By adding hydrogen. This reaction is called addition reaction. Now one question. What is the need of this addition reaction? Why we have to add hydrogen? Why we have to convert unsaturated to saturated hydrocarbon? Because unsaturated means, the example, oil is the vegetable oil. Vegetable oil is example for unsaturated. But that oil, the shelf life of that oil is very less compared to saturated. Vegetable oil is example for unsaturated hydrocarbon, but the shelf life of that oil is very less compared to this saturated. So they suddenly react with some of the chemicals and it becomes waste. So we have to convert this unsaturated oil into saturated fat. That process is called hydrogenation. That process is called hydrogenation. Very important, hydrogenation. What is hydrogenation? Hydrogenation means the conversion of unsaturated oil into saturated fat by adding hydrogen means hydrogenation. What is the need? Why we have to convert this oil into saturated fat? Because shelf life of oil is very less compared to saturated fats. So we are converting unsaturated oil into saturated fat by adding hydrogen. This process is called hydrogenation. So from the hydrogenation we convert unsaturated oil into saturated fat. So shelf life of that fat is very high with comparing oil. So we have converting oil into fat. That process is called hydrogenation. Now the fat means it does not digest easily. So it is not good for health. One example for fat, hydrocarbon or saturated fat is vanaspati, dalda. It is example for saturated fat. That oil is hydrogenated. That oil is converted into saturated fat. So it is not good for health. But this is also example for addition reactions. Yes, tell me, what do you mean by hydrogenation? Hydrogenation means unsaturated oil, unsaturated vegetable oil is converted into saturated fat by adding hydrogen is called hydrogenation. What is the use of this hydrogenation? The hydrogen process is required because of to improve the shelf life of that oil. Fat is nothing but it is also oil, but it is now converted into oil to fat, but it does not digest easily in our stomach. So it is not good for our health. This is about oxidation. This is about addition reaction. Next chemical property of carbon and its compound is substitution reaction. Addition reaction is over. Now it is substitution reaction. CH4 methane reacts with chlorine and it gives chloromethane. Now this is chloromethane and hydrochloric acid, and it is what are the products formed in the reaction between methane and chlorine? Chloromethane and hydrochloric acid. Now this reaction is example for substitution reaction. Why it is substitution reaction? Because CH4 means methane. In that how many hydrogen atoms are present? It is 4. How many hydrogen atoms? 4 hydrogen atoms. In the product part, look at the hydrogen. How many hydrogen atoms are formed? How many atoms? Only 3. In the reactant part it is 4. Now it is in the product part 3. This hydrogen means one hydrogen. Here it is 4, here it is 3. So one hydrogen is substituted or it is replaced by chlorine. Here it is CH4. In that 4 hydrogens, but in the product part it is CH3. It means only 3 hydrogen. So one hydrogen, because here 4, here it is 3. One hydrogen is replaced by chlorine. So this reaction is called substitution reaction. Why? What is the reason? What do you mean by substitution reaction? In a reaction, one atom or group of atom. In this example, one atom, it means hydrogen. One atom is replaced by another atom in a molecule. This is called substitution reaction. Very simple. One atom is replaced by another atom. Hydrogen, here hydrogen is replaced by chlorine. So it is called substitution reaction. So what do you mean by substitution reaction? Chemical reaction in which atom or group of atom. In this example it is atom. Atom or group of atom in a molecule is replaced by a atom or group of atom is called substitution reaction. Hydrogen is replaced by chlorine. A atom atom in a molecule, because CH4 is a molecule, atom in a molecule is replaced by another molecule. This type of reaction is called substitution reaction. Some important carbon compounds, ethanol and ethanoic acid. Ethanol and ethanoic acid, these are the very important carbon and its compounds. Why they are important? Because we are using these ethanol and ethanoic acid in our daily life. So it is very important. First one is ethanol. Properties of ethanol. What are the properties of this ethanol? Ethanol, liquid at room temperature. How it is available? This ethanol is available in liquid at room temperature. We know that ethanol means, we normally in our language, normal language, we called it as alcohol. In alcoholic drinks, it is a main substance. This alcohol is a main substance in all alcoholic drinks. So ethanol, how it is available in our nature? At room temperature, it is available in liquid state. It is a good solvent. The second property of this ethanol is, it is a good solvent. What do you mean by solvent? ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ತನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕರಗಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ಕರಗಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯ ಉಂಟು. It is a good solvent. Third property is, it is soluble in water. It is easily soluble in water. Then fourth is, dilute ethanol causes drunkenness. What do you mean by drunkenness? Amalu. It causes drunkenness. ಅದನ್ನು ಕುಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಮಲು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಮದ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬಳಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ causes drunkenness. So these are the different properties of ethanol. One is liquid at room temperature, very important. Write the properties of ethanol. One is liquid at room temperature. It is a good solvent. Third property is, it is soluble in water. Fourth one is, dilute ethanol causes drunkenness. And another thing, it is very important, the consumption of alcohol leads to many health problems. So it is not good for health. It causes many health problems. So it is not good for health. These are the properties of ethanol. Now just list out the uses of ethanol. What are the different uses of ethanol? I already told you that it is a good solvent. It is a good solvent. For that, from that property, it is very helpful. It is used in many medicines like cough syrup, then tincture iodine, then syrups, many tonics. So it is the ingredients of different medicines, tinctures, then cough syrups. So it is used in different medicines because it is a good solvent. And it is also, ethanol commonly called alcohol and is the active ingredient of alcoholic drinks. It is a active ingredient of alcoholic drinks. All alcoholic drinks which contains ethanol. These are the properties and uses of ethanol. Reactions of ethanol. What are the reaction? When this ethanol reacts with the sodium is a metal, the metal and ethanol. Sodium reacts with ethanol, it gives the product sodium ethoxide and it displaces hydrogen. It displaces hydrogen. This is the reaction between sodium and ethanol. So sodium reacts with ethanol, it produces sodium ethoxide and displaces hydrogen. This is the reaction between sodium and ethanol. The second one, CH3CH2OH means it is ethanol. If we heat ethanol with concentrated sulfuric acid, H2SO4, concentrated sulfuric acid, it forms CH2 means C2H4. It is ethene plus water. Now this ethanol reacts with sulfuric acid, it forms ethene and also it produces water. This is the reaction of ethanol. So in this class we have studied different chemical properties of carbon and its compound. In that, oxidation, substitution reaction, combustion, and some of the different chemical properties of carbon and its compounds. Sai Ram.